Happy New Year! It's January 1st, 2019. And now it's just the right time to talk about everything we expect from Apple in 2019. And there is a lot to talk about. 2019 will be a tremendous year. And I can say I am much more excited for this year than any previous years. So let's get right into it. Enjoy! In March, we expect Apple to have their first event. And just like last year, we should see a new budget iPad, but this time we will see a 10-inch iPad rather than 9.7-inch. And this increased screen size may be an indication that even a budget-end iPad will have much smaller bezels and may even ditch home button, something similar that Apple did in 2018 with their iPad Pro lineup. In addition to that, it will probably have at least A11 or A12 processor, and the price will still remain incredibly low at $329. But what is even more interesting is the new iPad mini 5, which is also rumored to come around this time of year. This line of iPad hasn't been updated since 2015, and it is certainly time to see some performance boost as well as quad speakers, but the design will likely remain the same as with iPad mini 4. In March or even earlier, we should also see a second generation AirPods with wireless charging, as well as AirPower wireless charging pad, which was announced back in September 2017. Then comes WWDC 2019 in June, when we will finally see long-anticipated iOS 13, which will be focused on iPad software and may finally bring us multi-window support on iPhones, as well as dark mode at least on OLED models. I also think that we will see picture-in-picture on iPhones, as well as a whole new design of iOS. In 2018, Apple started with improving their own maps, and that will continue in 2019. If you are living in California, you are already using this new kind of maps with improved details about vegetation, building shapes, beaches, back garden swimming pools, and more. And all of that will be spread around USA as well as some big cities in Europe and China during 2019. Alongside new iOS, we will see new macOS, watchOS, and tvOS. And there is the biggest and most anticipated upgrade, the new Mac Pro. I have done a separate video on that one, so if you are interested, go ahead and watch it. We will more than likely see the preview of it on WWDC. This will be Apple's only user upgradable machine with high-end specs and everything a professional could think of. Alongside it, we may see an internal upgrade to iMac Pro. And maybe in October, we could see a whole new redesigned iMacs with much slimmer bezels and much better display with resolution at 8K. At WWDC, Apple may also introduce some of their own professional apps for iPad Pro. Maybe we will see Final Cut Pro 10 on iPad Pro and much more. This will be a preparation for 2020 big move, when Apple will use their own CPU and GPU even in Macs. Apple has spent millions of dollars on developing their own TV streaming service, and it will launch in early 2019. In 2018, Apple hired a former Google engineer who previously worked on AI, and that will definitely help with development of Siri. Siri is the dumbest smart assistant in the world, and it is certainly time for Apple to catch up with competition. And then in September, we will see a new Little Boring iPhones. Again, we will see 3 new iPhones, successors to this year models with better specs, better camera, better processor, etc. Maybe slightly tweaked design, but don't expect anything drastic at all with 2019 iPhones. 5G will not come with this year's iPhones, and Apple will probably be the only manufacturer without 5G capabilities this year. But they will certainly work towards it and bring it to us in 2020. I think that Apple Watch is one of the most interesting Apple devices right now. Series 5 will likely get some new health features like the ability to read your blood pressure as well as glucose monitoring for diabetics. Again, it will be a revolutionary device. Apple Watch Series 4's ECG features has already proven to be a life-saving feature in the United States. So I'm extremely excited for the evolution of the Apple Watch, because right now this is like the most exciting Apple product. In 2019 we can also expect some internal upgrades to iPad Pro as well as 12-inch MacBook and MacBook Pro. We also know that Apple is working on self-driving car as well as AR glasses, but don't expect anything like that this year. We may need to wait a few more years to get those products. But we will likely hear a lot about AR on the WWDC. I guess this is everything. Of course, Apple might surprise us, but I doubt that. 2019 will be an amazing year, and I believe that Apple's stock price will start rising again, but not thanks to new iPhones. Services will grow by a lot, especially if Apple brings TV streaming service. If you like that video, make sure to subscribe and don't forget to click that bell icon to get you notified whenever a new video is ready. Have a great day. Bye.